financial loss at MASLOC. I'm going to read this story to you from the Daily Guide. The headline actually on the front page of the Daily Guide says, Interpol arrest warrant for jailed ex-MASLOC boss. And the story in the paper is on page 3, and I'll read just portions of it for you. The Office of the Attorney General has initiated moves to have the convicted former Chief Executive Officer of Microfinance and Small Loans Center, MASLOC, under the erstwhile John Mahama administration, that's Sedina Christine Tamaklo Ationu, extradited to Ghana to serve the 10-year imprisonment in hard labor sentence. Now, the arrest warrant, I'm just jumping to go to the arrest warrant part. One of the concerns raised by the trial judge during her judgment included an observation that no effort had been made by the state to have Madam Ationu arrested and returned to Ghana to stand trial. Stella Ohene-Appiah, a principal state attorney, in response indicated that it would be easier for the state to have her extradited once the court made a final pronouncement on the matter and Madam Ationu was convicted. Now, Yvonne Yache Adumako, an assistant state attorney from the Office of the Attorney General, yesterday moved a motion and prayed the court to issue a warrant for the arrest of the convict so that she would serve the prison sentence imposed on her. She said the office has demonstrated sufficient grounds in the affidavit in support of the issuance of the warrant and prayed the court to grant it. Now, Justice Lydia Osei-Mafo, the presiding judge, granted the application and issued a warrant for the arrest of Madam Ationu, who is believed to be in hiding in the United States. And so this is where we find ourselves now. It appears, I don't know how it works, but it appears when this kind of court judgment is made, automatically maybe Interpol is activated because it's an international matter.
Well, Koku, I think this is just for the optics.
Really?
If you ask me.
Hey.
And I have my reasons.
Wow.
The Mrs. Tamaklo was in Ghana when this court case or court processes began. As a result of ill health, she had to go outside to seek
medical help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why was she not followed by any of our security apparatus?
Because at the time she's innocent.
Until proven guilty?
Yes.
But you knew there was a case. This was not a civil case. This was a criminal case. And so the state could have taken a keen interest, take security along with her, make sure that at the end of the day, where she's not guilty, even for personal protection, it could have been arranged. But you watched her, and then the court also in their hallowed glory issued their sentence or their judgment. And here we are, a 10-year judgment pronounced on her. And where is she? Nowhere to be found.
Apparently in hiding.
She's nowhere to be found.
But
right?
she's
we are issuing a bench warrant
yes.
and activating Interpol. Come on. This is not just for optics.
Wait.
If ideally we were come on.
Capable of conducting an arrest.
How long has she been hiding?
No, but
how long has she been hiding?
This ruling came out.
No, my point is, how long has she been hiding? How long has this case traveled? For years.
Yes, but then, no, I don't understand your point. The issue is that now she's been convicted.
Yes.
The state attorney said, if you convict her, it will give us the ability to then
activate
and bring her in.
Kweku, maybe you are still missing my point, but that's fine. You see, we waited for the lady to travel outside. Even during...
which she was at liberty to do so, because she was innocent.
Innocent, huh?
Yes, till proven guilty. That's the way it works.
Where you have a case on your head, ideally what should have been the case was that perhaps her passport and what have you could have been seized for the time being, as and when proven not guilty or guilty, then whatever the case is, the state hands over your passport to you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
But we waited. She left the shores of the country.
Yeah.
There's a judgment in place.
Yeah.
And we are now looking for
give me my
an interview.
Give me my passing.
Come on, come on.
Let me try the ball.
Yes.
I wonder why. I wonder why my brother is stressing. Let me give you assurance. Crime has no expiry date.
That we all know that.
Absolutely.
That we all know.
And the long arm of the law will catch up with you anywhere you find yourself. The state investigative agencies have worked, I'm sure, and settled on documents and have enough evidence to even proceed to the Attorney General's office and have prosecutors to progress with the case. So I'm sure the prosecutors have performed their duties. Like you heard one speaking now. And I'm sure that the courts have spoken.
Yes.
The law is the law. The law is the law. And crime has no expiry date. So be rest assured. Now, whilst we move forward, I am rather interested in recouping my money. Over the years, we have heard this. When they go to jail and come, I don't get anything, my brother. I'll have to feed them in jail.
With William, didn't we sell some of his assets and so on?
That is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Recoup their money for me. That is my joy. If you have detected crime and the state agencies have proved with documents, prosecutors have moved in, my joy is not 10 years. 10 years is what?
Yeah.
You can take the person to 2 years, 1 year. For me, a revenue person, knowing what it does to this country, if indeed crime has been detected and we've lost money, recoup the money for me. Over the years, when they go to public account committee and go and cry, I don't get anything. I don't get anything from the cries they cry and from the insult they insult them on national TV.
Okay.
I want a table to show that, look, for the past 10 years or 5 years, this X amount of money was lost and we have recouped X amount of it. That is what is important to me. If crime indeed happened, get me my money. We must explore the international protocols, like you said, Interpol and the rest. I mean, you can run away, but you can't hide. You've heard that statement before.
I believe you can't hide.
You can run away, but you can't hide. So if there is indeed a crime that has been committed, look, Honorable Abu Kapili went through the same thing.
Yeah.
And the elsewhere government took them on and processed. This government came and continued. What I am calling for is a recouping of the money.
Yeah.
Look, the people, they have assets, they have cars, they have dresses. We can auction everything they have. I want my money. That is why I on that topic.
All right.
And finally, on the technical university matter you mentioned. Look, let's hold a closed door discussion, behind closed door discussion.
Yeah. That's all.
Because see, we are mentioning personalities who have contributed their little.
Yeah.
Only matter is that we don't agree that maybe their names should put on X assets at Y place.
Yeah.
But the truth is that person helped Ghana. So these are very sensitive issues.
Yeah.
They have tribal connotations, political connotations, and religious backdoor discussion is important.
Okay.
Let's specifically be pushing to one time to look at the noble personalities within the local environment and explore using them, working together with who? Consulting the local authorities.
Yeah.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, if it is a university you named it after, as time goes on, not only government will be in charge. Okay. You need to sustain, you need to actually sustain ownership.
Yeah.
The people must own the project and then they must sustain it. So that you have local indigenes wanting to give money to it.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Government has intentions of even naming or renaming University of Ghana after the venerable J.B. Dankwa. But you see, your community is always an issue. Right. So just have a stakeholder engagement. There were
Don't
people.
Impose.
That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. That platform.
Ohinijan is a wonderful sportsman.
You know,
but you see, in the heart of Wusu, you don't plant Ohinijan Sports Stadium. When people hear names like Kintakite is there, you have Nick Obnaboni. You know, it's sense.
So you see, Efremamu as a statesman,
a wonderful contributor.
Efrem Koku Amu, that's his name. All right. Somebody who has contributed so much to our country in terms of music and art.
It's sad.
And if I think he hails from Kita, right?
From Peki.
Okay, Peki.
Right.
From the Volta region, if we are to name an institution after him, I think that the chiefs and people will be honored.
Yeah.
And so all they are asking is that you talk to them. Come have that engagement.
Tomorrow when
with
you
them.
have an event at the place, they won't come.
They'll be more than happy to be there.
Because
All right.
of yesterday's naming of the place.
So just have that
Just
engagement
far-reaching.
platform with them, and I believe this thing could be resolved.
Thank you.
It's as simple as that.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you. We have had with me this morning Paul Eric Ofori. He's the head of research at COPEC, and Jeffrey Kabute Okansi, proud Casfordian.
And you are a benevolent
executive
dictator.
director,
Our benevolent dictator is also
of
here.
Revenue Mobilization Africa.